I'll turn it over to Tim. Tim?
Thank you, Charlie.
Get that off. Thank you, my
Yeah,
friend.
you bet. You got it. Charlie and I have known each other 6 or 7 minutes, but we've got to be nice to each other because we have 30 years of political acquaintances that know each of us. And so thank you all for letting me be here. I'll repeat what he said. Phyllis and I have been overwhelmed at the reception that we have received in coming into Parker County. It was a difficult move for us. It was a challenging move for us. It is an exciting move for us, and you are the reason why it's really been successful so far. The group that with the young professionals, this is a networking group. That's why you came. It worked. You already got 1 score. Count us as number 2. Robin Dalton is in the back of my room. If you don't know Robin, Robin, if you'll stand up, please. Yeah, there you go. Give me a shout for Robin. One or all of you catch up with Robin before you leave. We'll sponsor, we'll be involved. You guys are what I'm really after. You're my target. You really stole my show. Okay, for those of you in the audience that have seen my act, I apologize, you have to see it again, but we have improved it. The first thing we did is to create a video. We got to introduce our purpose. What we're trying to do is introduce Parker County to the world. So this is one way we're trying to do it.
Thank you for taking the time to view this informative video on Parker County, Texas. Ideally located just west of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, Parker County is open for business. We have 4 industrial park locations immediately available for your use. Abundant land and low property taxes are what make Parker County attractive to large manufacturers and corporate employers. Interstate 20 connects to the DFW highway system with 6 nearby airports available to serve your transportation needs.
Here at Weatherford College, we offer lots of different types of workforce training, ranging from certified nurse aide, EMT, basic peace officer, machining, welding, and even truck driving, and many more. We are excited about the partnership we have with the Parker County Economic Development Council. They are a great resource to our community and to our businesses. They are bringing strong businesses to our community. The college then can train that workforce to allow those businesses to be successful. Therefore, it's a win-win for everybody.
For more information on Parker County Economic Development Council, please visit us on Facebook or our website at parkercountyedc.com.
Not bad? Thank you. If you'll put the next slide up of our board members, please. The Economic Development Council of Parker County. Before I tell you who we are, let me tell you who we're not. We're not county employees. We're not city employees. We're paid for by the financial contributions of these now 24 companies. When I started in September, we had 17. We're growing it. We're growing it every day. In fact, if you're a board member, would you raise your hand if you're in the audience? I see Shannon. Oh, wow, great. Several. Thank you. Thank you. Eric Farm. Where's Eric? And Judy? Or Eddie. Eddie Farm. If you don't know Eddie, they're with Phoenix. Under our construction, they're one of our newest companies. They're relatively new to this area. You get to know them. They're good people. One of our now 3 contractors. But it really gives me a lot of excitement to say here in their home court advantage, our latest and greatest member, your Entrepreneur of the Year Award winner, Stacy Lynch and Century 21, and Becky Sharp just joined last week. So would you help me in thanking them to join what we're trying to do? Okay, we started off with 17. If you'll do the next slide, please. What's our mission? It's simple. We're different than the commerce Chamber of Commerces that you're familiar with. We work with Lisa, we work with Tammy, we work with Kit or anyone. We're different than most economic development councils or companies that you may have relations or known over the years because we're organized different. We're private. Our mission is to bring in large employers, not restaurants or retail, large, primary, 200 jobs. And the reason we need this is to balance our property values in this county. The last thing we need to do is to wake up in 5, 7, 10 years and know that this explosion of houses is coming our way and all we are rooftops. That's not good for our balancing of our budget, for our property values. We need the diversification in our employment. We need high-wage jobs. We need jobs that aren't just jobs that are careers. What we need, and what I'm charged to do, is to find that employment opportunity that can grow in Parker County so that your kids and you guys and my grandkids can get their education here, can get their heads on straight here, can get their college education here, and then work here and stay here, not go to Denver or the coasts. That's what we're trying to do, and you guys get it. You're the chamber. Robin and I are simply this. We are an extension of what you're trying to do in your business, in your activities. We are an extension of that into a new pond, a bigger pool, a different waters. People that make big decisions on big employers. We don't mean this. I'm not talking environmental. We're not going to ruin our county for the sake of economic development. I mean this. Careers, not jobs. High wage benefits. Opportunities for expansion and growth. That's what we're looking for. And that's hard to get. It's hard to find. How does the world see us? We've created a web page. We have Facebook. So that you have to at this day and time. But when people are sitting over in the other side of the world, making the decision in their boardrooms that they're going to move their manufacturing facilities to the United States. They think, do we go to the East Coast? Do we go to the West Coast? Do we go to Chicago? Once they pass all that, let's go to Texas. Do they need access to the ports? If they do, they go to Houston, Corpus Christi, Harlingen, the deep water ports. If they don't need that, and they need highways and trucks for transportation, they're looking at DFW. So, our webpage says, hey, world, you're looking at this part. Here we are. There's our county right there. Will you do the next slide? You come right into us. Here's where we are. So if you're thinking about Dallas-Fort Worth, know that we exist. And here's what happens. They go to Dallas. They don't like Dallas. A lot of traffic. It stinks. They get out of Dallas. They go to North Dallas. Have you all been to North Dallas? So now they're coming to Tarrant County. It's filling up. So look over the fence. Look over to the west. We're one step west. So when you're on our website and you go to the local, it takes you to this map. You scroll over any one of our 18 communities that are growing in this area, and you scroll over any one of them. In this instance, let's say Hudson Oaks. Sorry, Mayor. Hudson Oaks. You scroll on that, it goes to the Hudson Oaks website. If it'll go to it. Yeah. So you're selling them. I don't have to sell them. They're selling themselves. Again, my objective is to package up the assets of this county and sell the county. Once we get them in the county, then we'll figure out where's the best place to locate. Okay, the same thing goes with this. You're on our website, and I've been told this, and this is why this is up here. Businessmen and women that make decisions at this level like to know that the businessmen and women in the community they're entering into are solid businessmen and women. So I am flaunting my businessmen and women. You don't get any better than these guys. I got 5 financial institutions, 3 contractors, 3 of the largest realtors, an engineer. I can do it. So I'm proud to show it. So if you did this when you clicked on Century 21, our newest member, it would go to her website, and they can get the information they want to know from her. The next slide, please. Here's what we're selling. Here's what we're pushing. The next slide. Parker County, here we are. There's the metro mess. That's the highway system. You can see the growth, rooftops on the right. You can see the urban on the left. Black and white. Not hard to sell. We have 4 existing places right now. Mineral Wells Airport is in Parker County. They have 60,000 square feet of empty space, this size, right now, empty. They have 3 lots of land around their airport that's available for use. I'm going to show you something about that later. Same thing, Springtown, 55 acres of an industrial park that's been there for 10 years, locked and loaded. No one's pushing it. Hobson in the city of Weatherford, Hobson Industrial Park's been there for a long, long time. It has rail service. That's gold in my world. If you scroll on Keg 1, the property to the south of Weatherford, and you hit on their website, you would go directly to the Keg 1 site, I hope. There you go. So the person sitting in Australia, looking at this map, looking at our webpage, and they are, looking at our webpage, scrolling down, making 3 or 4 clicks. Another real weird thing about this business. These guys are ADA times 10. If they have to click 5 times, they're out. That video was a minute and some odd seconds. Too long. Cut it. These guys, they want the information. They don't want the fluff. What are your labor force? What are you paying? Where are your people driving? What access do you have to the interstate? You saw that map we show, we have 6 airports. That's pretty cool. So we promote that. And that's what we're pushing. So we see this. So, next slide. So how does the world see us? We're new. Governor Bush created this entrepreneur fund and promotion of the cities. Perry perfected it. Abbott supports it. But we're brand new to this game. We're aggressive, we're private sector, we're just looking for industry. So do people look at us as a saxophone player or as a pretty face? And the other thing is we're pretty unique. We have 903 square miles of rural ambient lifestyle, low property tax rates, abundant land. 34 miles of Interstate 20 just rolls right through us. 281 connects Canada to the valley. We are perfectly located. We have exceptional schools. Now, another quirky thing. People look at our schools. I saw our school foundation. They're looking at our schools and they're impressed by dual credits. A lot of these high school kids are getting dual credits and coming out of high school with graduate degrees and associate degrees. They really like that. Some want to ask, what's your junior high level doing? Well, what were you guys thinking in junior high? I had no idea. But some companies are drilling down that far in the workforce place. So I just want to bring that to your attention, which is why Jeanette Krause was so nice to do that video for Weatherford College. Weatherford College has really stepped up its game with us in training people. I've had people in our offices that say, what can you do? I've got to bring in 35X. Can you help me get 35X? And the answer is, yeah, we can help you get them and we'll train them and the state will pay for it. The next slide, if you would. And these people are the ones where we get our hits from, or let me start over. Site selectors are professional people that are like brokers. Texas Gas Service and Oncor, they're out trying to promote business because they're pushing their electricity use, so we work with them. The Dallas Area Chamber of Commerce has been really good in helping us. The Manufacturing Association, their executive director came and talked with us. The TEDC is an association we belong to. The Fort Worth Chamber has been great, but the best thing is the bottom, the one on the bottom, Chatter, you guys. Doyle Moss calls me and says, hey, can you call this guy? He's got this business. We'd like to get him in Willow Park. Patrick Lawler, I don't think he's here, but he's awesome. He's all over the economic development state page. And Lisa Flowers called the other day. She needed 100 acres with rail line service. close to an interstate. She'd just gotten a call from somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody. That's how this works. That's how we find these out. To date, we started in January. I show you this hopefully just to show you that since January, we have submitted 17 proposals. 17 different opportunities have come our way where we've been asked to submit information. And we have. And we've missed most of them. Now, we're still open on a couple, and I'm going to show you one here in a minute. But this is what it looks like. They have that many jobs, the kind of business they are, what they're looking for. A lot of them are looking for existing facilities, the square foot and the acreage needs, just basic information. My point is we've done 19 of them, and they've gotten better every time. And we're doing this, and we're doing other things trying to find, what if we could get an aquatics center somewhere in Parker County? And you start spinning off at who all could use that. Several of us drove down to Cedar Park to go look at their event center, the HEB Event Center. Have any of y'all been down there, the concert shows and all, the 7,000 venue? We can do that. That's not hard. Parker County is where we need to be doing these kind of things. A sports venue, cutting horses. Come on, the opportunities are open. They're all over the place. A hotel, convention center. Here's what an opportunity looks like when it comes to us. Okay, this came from the governor's office. This is a good one. This is a guy that had a single engine aircraft. They're looking to relocate their headquarters. They want to lease some space. They need about 80,000 square feet. They're going to bring 35 engineers and mechanics and staff. Not bad. They need that space. They need a 5,000-foot runway. Now, not many communities have runways. We do. So we worked with the Mineral Wells, City of Mineral Wells, the Mineral Wells Airport Authority, and the Palo Pinto County Growth Group, and we combined an offer. We packaged a proposal. And as I said, we're getting better with each one. This most recent one, we took the proposal, we took the airport, and we said we've got 3 pieces of property and a 4th one that has some ideal open space all ready for you to go. It's where they built the Vietnam helicopters. And it's empty today. Ready to go. So we submitted a proposal, we put links in the proposal, and if you'll show this next video, this will give you an idea of what our overall proposal looked like. That's done to try to pique their interest. That's the lure in the water. Is that going to make them click the next button? Will they look at the next video where Joel and I walk through their terminal buildings and the other 2 buildings and videotape the whole thing so they could see it? They could be sitting in Pennsylvania and look at what they've got. They could touch it. They just couldn't smell it. We're still in the hunt for that. We'll find out. Hopefully I can come back and give you a report that we'll get it. We have gotten one. We have been successful. Company out of Colorado, the largest interior sign company in the country. For the Omni and the conventions, all the interior signs, exits, doorways, all that, that's what they do. They're the largest. He bought the largest outdoor sign company, Garnett. They operate out of Southern California. You all can tell me why you wouldn't want to operate out of Southern California. So he came to Fort Worth. Didn't like what he saw, was driving home, stopped in Weatherford. Liked it. Small town, he's from a small town. He called, he bought a building, he's moved in, 35 electricians, It's already happening. That's what we're trying to do. Our organization is young, and we're very viable, we're very pliable, we're crawling, we're not running, but we will, and we could use your help. Again, Robin and I are here to show the industrial perspective on what it is you guys are doing. So we've gone from 17 to 24. We could use your talents, we could use your efforts, and we'd love to have you come join our team. So contact Robin or I at the end of this or anytime. So thank you for letting us come and talk to you. We think it's important. We think you're important. That's why we wanted to come talk to you. So I'll answer any questions, Charlie, at the end of this. Any other thoughts or comments? If not, I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much. I'm not done yet. I was hoping I'd get a question. I'll start it off. First question is, why did you invite Von Kennel to come speak? The second question I usually get asked is, what about water? How are we going to handle the water? If you're in Weatherford, your water's going to be okay. If you're along the water main lines, your water's going to be okay. If you're going to be out in the outer parts of the county, no. No. This major growth that we're shopping and trying to bring is going to bring on the existing corridors now, because that's where the infrastructure is. The internet, that is probably one of our weakest links. We need to somehow, and I'm chewing on how, we're going to figure out how we get a better improved all over the signal, all over the county. Because as you all know, realtors, internet and speed and availability, and it's huge, bigger, getting bigger all the time. So we'll resolve that. And lastly, and this will be a surprise to me and many of us, but financial incentives. The world of financial incentives years ago was big. Number one on the list. You had to get them in. In this market that we're after, it's about third, fourth, maybe even fifth. They're more interested in the business community, the climate, the community they're in, the workforce, and internet. So it's interesting how that's how that's changing. It's because of the marketplace. But anyway, again, Robin and I are available. We office in the Imperial Construction Building right next to Hobby Lobby. And yes, ma'am.
What is the number one reason they choose not to go in Parker County?
The question was, why have we lost? Why haven't we gotten? Well, we haven't been able to give them what they've wanted. Existing buildings is our biggest dilemma right now. We get calls for, we've moved, do you have a 50,000 square foot facility somewhere? Well, we really don't. There's just not many of them around. Now, several on our board and others are talking about creating some. Maybe create a little farm. But right now, existing buildings is what's probably hurting us the most. Robin would probably agree with that. Yes, sir.
So you talked about the west of our county. Are you working with Walsh on the east of our county?
Yes, I am. Interesting. The question is, are we working with Walsh on the east side of the county? Yes. Azle, over there with the city of Azle in that part of the world. Robin and I meet with their executive director on a regular basis. We've helped with one company is still in the hunt for that part of the Azle area. But as far as with the Walsh development itself and the explosion of those rooftops, we just know that they're coming and more are going to be like that. But we don't have any business plans for that area.
Well, they have the internet.
They do have internet. Any other questions? Yes?
So as far as the existing, you said we're losing these bids, or we're not getting these
Right.
bids because of existing construction. Is there any type of state funding or grants?
Yeah, there is. The question is there state grants or funding or financing that can help with the construction of a new facility? And the answer is yes. The state.
What do we do to help get that?
Well, that's why I was hired. I come from the Austin area and then working with the, and I don't mean to be snipping on that, but that's what I'm doing is I work with the Ag Department, Department of Agriculture, and the Governor's Economic Development Office. And they've got a slew of various programs that are usually federally funded, so you have to do a lot of different things to get them. But the answer is yes, they are available. They are available. And I meant to say one other thing. We've been talking with people out of Korea, Australia, Israel. In fact, Becky and Tammy went with me over to Dallas to meet with these Israeli guys. They're building, and they have built and patented, a device that's smaller than your table that creates water, distilled water, out of air. 100 gallons a day for residential, 1,000 for commercial, out of the air. As long as you have more than 12% humidity, it can create water out of the air. These guys are some kids from Israel who are building these things in their father's empty bank lobby in Plano, and we went over and looked at it. They want to say, hey, come, I'll find you a place. Build your next 50 in a facility that I'll get to you, and then ship them off to the world. Let's bring that here. These units are $9,000, less than a well. It's ridiculous. It's incredible. The things that are out there that we're trying to capture. We've been working with a city and a company out of Watumba, Australia. And they've got a really interesting thing. In fact, their guy was from Ernst & Young, a partner of Ernst & Young, Australia, was in Parker County 2 weeks ago, spent 4 days with us. I drove him down to Austin. We met with the appropriate people down in Austin to create a facility here in Parker County like what they're doing there in Watumba. Point is, we've opened up the curtains. We've told the world we're here. And we're going to try to be more successful than what we have. So again, thank you for letting me be here, and hopefully come back in a year and we'll have a lot more to show and tell you all. Thank you all very, very much.